Hello, Mr. Kumar Sharma. Welcome to Nilambor TV. It's a community channel. It has a very strong commitment for multiculturalism as well. I know you are running from Ward 3 for the upcoming City Corporation election. So I have compiled some questions from the community people. So I'm going to ask you one by one. So first of all, how are you, Mr. Sharma?
কেমন আছো Abdul Rafiq bhai? How are you?
আমি ভালো আছি. I'm good too.
And I'm good as well. Good morning to all the listeners and viewers. And Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Namaskar. Sat Shri Akal. Adab.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Okay, Mr. Sharma. So first of all, let's start with your election manifesto.
Yes.
Say about something.
My name is Kumar Sharma, and I'm running for City Council from Ward 3. And Ward 3 is a very unique ward. It's called North Central Ward. North Central, when you say it's a little bit east or west of Deerfoot Trail, and people who live in Panorama Hills, on Country Hills, on Coventry Hills, Harvest Hills, Country Hills Village, Hidden Valley, Sandstone, McEwen, and a couple of new communities in the north, which is Carrington and Livingston. Now, this ward, most of our community people, when they used to live in Northeast, when they become little stable in their jobs, in their families, kids want to go to university, socioeconomic status has gone a little bit up, they started moving to Northwest. We all have seen all the time, and which is good as well, right? So when we say that, people need transportation. People need access, not just north-south. People need east-west access. Most people, they need access to the northeast relatives and friends. Most people need access to the shopping malls, to go to Cross Island Mall. Transit has been a big issue because not everyone can afford cars. We all do. We work very hard. We don't know that. But in the family, if there's one or two cars and mom and dad are taking cars, kids need transportation. So transportation is also one of the big ones. Green Line. I'm a very strong supporter of Green Line, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. On top of that, jobs and economy. There is no meeting and gathering place anywhere. In the Ward 3, honestly,
that's bad.
My heart bleeds on that. My heart bleeds on that because my father-in-law, Purushottam Das Bhardwaj, 2009, I was very instrumental to start their North Calgary Culture Association. They meet in Vivo Center Library. It used to be called Cardell Place. And since 2009, today is 2021. So many years have passed by, and these guys, they don't even have their own meeting place. Elderly people need so much to go out and enjoy with their elderly buddies. No meeting place. If we have any emergency or any healthcare need, what do? We have to go to Airdrie. Or we go to Foothills. How come nobody has thought of it to have some emergency care facilities? I can go on and on and on. I'm sure you want to keep it short. But having said that, I am very passionate about getting these things worked as soon as I become city councillor next week. Thank you.
Very good. Especially that it's very impressive for the emergency hospital or whatever it's called. That is very important.
Yes,
I know that.
Emergency healthcare facilities.
Right. Okay, now people always saying about, especially your community, though you are running for the shortage of green space, parks, recreational centers. You already mentioned a bit. So if you have anything else addition on top of that.
Like I say, I can go on and on. You talked about green space. So let's talk about that a little bit. Northwest Calgary has somewhat good green space, but not enough.
Right.
Not enough when I say, then I refer to maintenance of green spaces. There are not enough dog parks.
Right.
There are not enough field houses.
Right.
There's not enough. There are so many businesses in Ward 3. Actually, there are more number of businesses in Ward 3 than any other ward, maybe. Over 600 businesses.
That's
but we have a lot of fast food joints. There's no real restaurant.
Right.
There is no real big businesses where our community can go and enjoy, like having a meeting and gathering place kind of thing. So the greenhouse, when you talk about, I have a very good plan for green technology.
Okay, what is it?
Green technology, the Calgary is poised to be a world leader in green technology. The talent is here.
No.
We are prepared, and it's how we recover from the economic and COVID-related downturn Calgarians have endured in last couple of years. I'll continue to advocate in Ward 3 by promoting green spaces developed with urban forests,
Wow.
maintained walking trails, on and off dog leash parks, and community gardens. Now, I want to elaborate on urban forests and community gardens. Now, we need to have lots and lots of trees.
Yeah.
Trees give us oxygen, right?
Yeah.
In our countries back home, India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, we worship trees
Right.
because they give us oxygen.
Right.
And that's why I say urban forests, because we want to have big trees. And there is a shortage of urban forest, big trees in Ward 3. And community gardens. Now, this is very close to me. Community gardens. You have come from Bangladesh. I have come from India. A lot of viewers come from Pakistan and everything. We know in our communities, if you think back where you've gone to university and or you used to play cricket, right? There were always community gardens at every corner.
Yeah.
People used to become involved in developing those gardens, flowers. We used to have, good gardens, and people will start politics out of that, start becoming associated with societies and everything. So community gardens, all that includes into the green technology. I'm a very big supporter of that.
Oh, very good. Like these are the very newer thing you are mentioning. That's very good. Like especially green technology, urban forest, and community garden. Yeah,
thank you.
Awesome.
I'm sure if my talks have impressed you,
if
that
you
I'm
are
bringing some new ideas, and that's where it is. That's why my tagline says "Create Change," because I'm bringing all these ideas which we have been contemplating.
Yeah.
For so many years, but nobody thinks about it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. The next question, it's a common perception, from the people, like whenever you guys are elected, then you forget. So, how would you make a connectivity with you as a city councillor and the community people? What is your plan if you were elected?
I'm so glad you asked this question, at least especially from me.
Okay.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because I have been in the public life since 1995.
Yeah, I know you.
People, thank you. People have seen me.
Yeah.
People have worked with me. More than half of the South Asian community has my cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat here as well. 403-708-0500. Now, I have always been very, very accessible. I have always answered or at least replied my phone calls, and I answer almost 200 calls a day until today. There used to be 300 to 400 calls a day when I used to be actively involved in television and radio broadcasts.
Yeah.
Now, when you say politicians, And I say I'm not a politician. I will never be a politician. I'll always be a man, a person from the grassroots. I will always try to stay attached with the grassroots, and I am promising here that I'll be hosting most number of town hall meetings.
Okay. That's
Because
good.
when you stay connected, then only you can see the pulse of the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
And town hall meetings are the best way to do that. Now, I do not have any agenda to go to city council. I have been asked by many community leaders, Kumar, you have serviced the community for over 30 years. It's
Right.
now about time
Yeah.
to go with authority to the city hall and fix things, bring financial accountability, fiscal responsibility, cut down all the wasteful spending, maximize our expenditure so that we can get best buck value for the buck. So all these things combined, you will never see me disconnected, and I'll always be available and always be most accessible city councillor you have ever seen.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, especially town hall meeting. It will be a big exposure, of course. And I know you mentioned a little bit about public transport, but the people has a concern sometimes, like especially is in the night time, the bus stop longer time, especially younger generation.
Yes.
I know you know already some incident happened already in this area. So is there any way like you can reduce the especially night time those younger for the younger generation for the like bus yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You talk about nighttime security.
Yeah.
I think that's what your question is, right?
Right.
I have been saying for many months now, since I have started my campaign, that when we bring financial accountability, the fiscal responsibility, and cut down wasteful spending, we can find lots of money sitting and or being used wastefully.
Right.
I have been saying, why don't we find that money and put solar lights on all pathways? First of all, I'll come to transit as well. Solar lights on pathways for ladies, for elderly people, for the kids to walk in the evening, because now winter is approaching, we get darker sooner, right? If there's a solar lights, right?
Yeah, then
rather than spending millions of dollars on those blue ring and all these these artworks, I'm a supporter of arts. Don't take me wrong, but spending money on wrongful art, I would say, or art that was not needed. Okay. Now let's come to your bus stops issue. Yes, I'm 100% agree. I agree with you that. The wait times have to be reduced.
Yeah.
Now, I know transit, I have quite a few friends in Calgary Transit, a lot of friends, and we've been talking for years and years. My neighbor, who we walk every morning and we talk, he's a transit bus driver for over 35 years, right? So I understand all these issues because we've been talking a lot. Transit runs with the ridership. If there's a ridership, they will have more buses. If there's a ridership, they will reduce the timing. Now, if there's any incident or if there's any special route, you can bring it to my attention. I will work on that as well. But at the same time, why don't we have solar lights or lighting at the bus stops?
That's a good idea.
Right? So that there is a better security and safety.
Yeah.
Now, people who come from Ward 3, close to Vivo Center, there is a North Point bus terminal. People have to take a bus to go to Northeast. Let's say you want to come to McKnight Station from Ward 3. So you take a bus and then you come to airport.
Right.
You come to airport, you wait there for 20 minutes. And then you hop on to another bus, and that bus takes you to Northeast or McKnight station or something, right? Why? Why elderly people have to wait 20 minutes at airport and there is not even a bus stop, proper bus stop?
Right.
Wintertime, it's cold for those guys. My father-in-law and his friends, some of his friends, they don't have cars and they have to come to Northeast for their society's association meetings. There are a lot of associations in the Northeast and they have to wait 20 minutes at the bus stop at the airport. And there's not even proper, there's not even proper bus stop, the enclosed bus stop. In wintertime, come on, okay? So please, let's work together on all these issues. I'm very passionate about it.
Okay.
I have a passion to serve, and I hope you can see passion in my voice.
Okay, very good. We want to see that one after election. So solar lights is a good. It could be a very good option as well. So for now, I'm coming for the business people. Like, if you are elected, what is your plan for the business? Especially, I mentioned for the business registration process. It needs to be faster. I face sometimes in the city of Calgary. For myself, it takes longer than expected time. It should be reduced registration process time, and as well as do you have any plan for reduction of business taxes?
Now, this is another issue which is very close to my heart.
Okay.
You know why? Because I am a businessman myself.
Yeah, I know that.
I've been running my own business in the ward for almost 13 years. My sons and we own a general insurance brokerage. The home and auto insurance brokerage is called iSmart Insurance or Desi Insurance in Country Hills Landing. Being a businessman, I understand, especially during COVID times now. You have a two-part question, so I'll touch on the first one, the business registration. And yes, City of Calgary needs to cut down red tape.
It is.
And I'm very particular on that. I'm telling you, red tape. In this new age of technology and apps and everything, we should not need too many inspectors.
Right.
Yes, we need to have proper inspection, safety. Don't take me wrong.
Right.
Okay.
I understand. Yeah.
But at the same time, there are so many things that can be done without having so much red tape. So I hope I answered that question.
Yeah.
And second part of your question was
reduction.
Businesses. Okay. Now, I have been proposing freeze on taxes for at least 4 years.
Yeah, that's great.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Freeze. I'm very particular. 4 years, no tax increase.
Right.
Okay. Why? Because we need to come out of COVID as well. We were already hurting before COVID.
Right.
Downtown Calgary has the property values have been going down before COVID even.
Right.
Right? And before COVID, the property values were down. That means the property tax is down for the city of Calgary.
Right.
The cash cow that city gets. It's down. That property tax that is lower, revenue, tax revenue for city of Calgary that's lower. That was lower before COVID also, but now more so.
More so, yeah.
City of Calgary has shifted that tax burden onto the businesses.
Right.
And onto the residences. We need a new tax reform in city of Calgary. Okay. We don't need to have any tax increases, freeze on tax. There are so many cities across the world whose downtowns are not happening. They're not hustling, bustling. They don't shift their taxes onto their business owners and property tax residential owners. Why can't we go out and learn from the world? Calgary is a world-class city. We are number one city.
Yeah.
We used to be number one city as well. And we want to be number one city. We are very innovative, very educated, very young city. Population is quite young as well. And especially in Ward 3, we have a very innovative, younger generation people. People have come from Europe, Holland, and other countries. They want better transit. They want to show their talent. Talent is here. We just need to utilize that.
Yes, yes. Okay, that's great. Especially like people, I think the business community will like it. For 4 years business tax freeze, that proposal. So that is a great proposal, would be from you.
Property tax freeze, 4 years.
Yeah, and also like we talked about business taxes, like property taxes issue also for commoners, like common people.
Yes.
Like I know you already mentioned about property tax, but if you have anything additional for property tax, like for general public.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, because the tax burden has been shifting from downtown onto the businesses and to the residential, right?
Yeah, okay.
So let me give you an example. Here in the northeast, Calgary, right next to the Radisson Hotel, there's an auto record shop called P&S Auto. You can go there, and I'm naming that right now. Okay. P&S Auto. They sell used parts. They're my good friends and good clients as well, business clients. 6 years ago, their property tax was $1,900 a month.
Okay.
$1,900 a month 6 years ago. And they have a few acres of land and good business, and they were happy to pay that. Okay.
Yeah.
After 6 years, today in 2021, I want you to guess, please, what would there be monthly property tax you think? Since you're interviewing me, just give me a quick guess. I'll tell you.
Maybe
$1,900 per month.
Maybe,
what do you think?
Maybe $4,000.
4,000, maybe 4,000. Okay, I want you to go a little higher.
Okay, maybe 6,000 then.
I'm saying $8,500 per month.
Very high, yeah.
Property taxes have gone up.
Yeah.
Business taxes have gone up.
Yeah.
Wages have gone up.
Okay.
Profits have not gone up.
Right.
Utilities have gone up. What does a businessman do like this? They're still trying to survive.
Yeah.
I want to have business incentives for business people. And me being a business owner, I want to have proper business incentives from the city of Calgary. As soon as I become city councillor next week, this will be my first priority.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, I understand. And this question, kind of like, it's not a question you have to answer if you feel so, because there is always there is a perception from common people I hear here and there that the city council and the builder, new builder, they have some sort of deal or so, whatever. May not be, but maybe, we don't know, right? It's just a perception. And for that reason, like new community, we always looking at the narrower lot size and reducing the green space of the newer houses.
Zero lot size.
Zero lot size.
Oh my God,
that's very like painful for everybody. So how would you address that?
Well, you couldn't have asked me this question at any better time. This morning, I have already posted on my Facebook.
Oh, okay, that's good.
That I am not funded. My campaign is not funded by any union, by any PAC, by any third-party advertiser, not by any builder or any developer. Period.
Great.
Now, I'm not saying builders and developers are bad. Okay, because we need developers to develop land wherever it's necessary. Right? We don't need too much of urbanization. We need to fix already the problems that we exist in our localities, right? But at the same time, the concept of zero lot was presented, and City Council had passed it, and I've gone to Livingston, the new communities, right? And stuff like that, and they are on zero lot basis. Okay, we will study the process as to what else can be done, since I do not have the builders and the developers as my bosses who would have donated me any money, and I have to scratch their back as soon as I become city councillor. Okay? I'm very particular, and I'm going on the record.
Okay.
Right? My donations have been from a common people like you and I.
That's very good.
My donations have been from small businesses within the city.
Yeah.
Right? I'm running a very expensive, very good campaign. And just imagine running a very expensive and good campaign without builders and without PACs and without TPAs, without developers, only by the support of local businesses and friends like you and I.
Yeah, that's
right?
Very good.
I'm proud to say that I'm running the cleanest campaign. And please, we always say that we wish somebody run a clean campaign. I am. So please support me.
Okay, sure. No, that's great. So this is my last question. Like, this is the direct cost burden for the homeowners. Like 3 bins in the every house has a blue bin, green bin, and the black bin.
Yeah.
You know, especially during the winter time, we don't need green bin, right? But we are paying for it.
Yeah.
It's a very common question from the people.
It is.
Okay, how would you address this one?
Wow. You are asking all these questions which are very close to my heart.
Oh, very good.
I have door knocked almost 20, my team and I, we have door knocked almost 20,000 houses in Ward 3.
That's great.
And this question has come up few times at the ward as well, especially when there are elderly people in the household. Only 2 people left in the household now.
Right.
When we are younger, we have 2, 3 kids, 4 kids, brothers, brother-in-laws, everybody living in one family. Okay, having big bins is okay because they're a big family, they can afford it. But then why does the same bin in a household where there's only 2 elderly people living there?
Yeah,
why do they pay the same price, right?
Yeah.
It's a common, good question, right? And I've been saying that for some people, like it is in Ontario, and I don't know, I'm not supporting that yet. I have to study on that, okay? But there is a pay-as-you-go facility as well in Ontario. I need to go, and because I have some relatives over there, they keep telling me that they like it over there.
Okay, very good.
In Montreal, in Barossa City, one of my residents in Coventry Hill, actually he's also from Bangladesh. Okay. I remember Mohammed Sadiq Saab. Okay. I hope he's watching, and I'm addressing your concern here as well, sir. That you told me that in Montreal, in Barossa City, where you came from, the city does not charge for any water services, or in Montreal, there's a subsidy of 60%. So we need to study all these things. We need to study properly and bring money into people's pockets.
Yeah, that is important.
How can we do that? By having financial accountability, fiscal responsibility, maximizing our expenditures, cutting down the wasteful spendings, and we can find a lot of money to help people. When we invest in people, we get quality of life for everybody. And I want to have quality of life for everybody in Ward 3 and in City Calgary. We come to this country from Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, or any country. We come here for quality of life.
Right.
And I know we have a way better quality of life than our countries, which is fine. But still, it can be better. Let's together create a change.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, I got. I think we got all the answer very nicely answered by you. That's a great thing from our part. So I'm done with the questions. So I see your shirt says like Kumar Sharma, create changes.
Create change.
Create change. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question is done. Floor is yours now. So if you have anything additional to say for the community people.
For the Nilambor TV, Nilambor is a Nila Amber. It's a blue sky. And even in Calgary, I'm not sure if you're aware or not, we have more number of blue skies than anywhere in Canada.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Right? We have Nilambor most of the time in Calgary.
Wow.
And this Nilambor TV is also the same thing. It's reaching out, it's bringing happiness to people. And I'm thankful to Abdullaji and Mohammed Bhai for inviting me to the studio and having a few questions answered by me. There's a lot more I need to do. Yeah. There's a lot more I can say. I can go on, and I don't even have to prepare. You see, I don't have any answers prepared or anything, but because it's all in the heart, it's all in the passion. And please, on October 18th, if you have a family or friend living in Panorama Hills, Country Hills Village, Coventry Hills, Harvest Hills, Hidden Valley, Sandstone, McEwen, Carrington, and Livingston, please ask them to vote for Kumar Sharma. On the ballot, my name is the second last because of my name Sharma. So please check me out. If you have any questions, my campaign office is at suite number 206, 177 Country Hills Boulevard, Northwest Calgary. When you are going on Country Hills, there's only one McDonald's past close to the theaters, the landmark theaters. So in that plaza, there's a McDonald's and Petro-Canada. You can't miss it. Just come down, drop by. Our campaign team will be very glad to host you. And please help me raise some funds. I need some funds as well. $100, $20. Just go on my website, kumarsharma.ca, and you can just press the donate button. $10, $20, $100, $200, whatever you can afford. Because I'm running the clean campaign without any TPAs, like I say, without any PACs, without any builders, without any developers. So please do that. And also, talk to your left neighbor, your right neighbor, and get them involved and vote for me as well. All these things, if we can become together, ek mutti, if we have mutti is closed, that can punch. Yeah. If it is not closed, somebody is going to break our arms. Yeah. So I want us for next week to close our mutti and have a good punch for me that I can go to City Council and help all the communities. I thank you so very much. Once again, my cell phone is 403-708-0500. I'll be accessible all the time. Please vote for Kumar Sharma in Ward 3.
Good luck, Mr. Sharma.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.